Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The Washington Supreme Court has revived a lawsuit that accuses Samaritan Healthcare of negligence in a patient's death. More on that straight ahead. Washington State University is hosting a survey contest to pick a name for its newest apple. Our temperatures are warming up with highs possibly near 75 degrees this weekend. Your local forecast is straight ahead. Voters will decide in August whether the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department can assess a fire benefit charge on taxpayers. Commissioners for the two-county fire district voted unanimously Wednesday to send the question to the August 6th ballot. If approved, that would drop the annual fire levy rate on property taxes from $1.50 to just $1, while making up the difference with a new benefit charge based on the square footage of a property. Commissioners would set 3 rates for that charge each year, one for residential homes, one for apartments, and one for commercial properties. Fire Chief Brian Brett said in most cases, homeowners would pay the same or less for fire services than they're paying now under the standard levy. The Wenatchee Valley Fire Department protects Wenatchee, East Wenatchee, and much of the surrounding area, including Sunny Slope, Malaga, and Rock Island. The Washington Supreme Court has revived a lawsuit that accuses Samaritan Healthcare of negligence in a patient's death. Cindy Essex of Moses Lake died under hospital care in 2015. A lawsuit by her survivors alleges that Samaritan Health providers misdiagnosed her condition, leading to her death. Samaritan argued the doctors who treated Essex were not employed by the hospital, and so the suit should not include Samaritan. A Grant County judge agreed, but the state's highest court reversed that decision in a ruling today, saying the hospital should face trial for alleged negligence. The case now returns to Grant County Superior Court. Chelan County firefighters tackled a small wildfire on the ridge above Nahahum Canyon on Tuesday. District 6 Fire Chief Andy Lee says the fire was smaller than half an acre and apparently started from the embers of a weekend campfire that were stirred up by high winds. Fire crews from Lee's district, as well as the Kashmir Fire Department, U.S. Forest Service, and Washington Department of Natural Resources, had to hike about a half an hour to reach the site, where they controlled the fire by digging a perimeter. The operation took roughly 5 hours. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency has put new drinking water limits on the family of chemicals called PFAS, or the forever chemicals linked to cancer and other health effects. Cities and municipalities must now show PFAS at less than 4 to 10 parts per million in their water supplies, a limit that didn't exist previously. Wenatchee Public Works Director Rob Jammerman told NCWLIFE News today he doesn't think the city will have any problem meeting that restriction.
We've been monitoring that. In fact, we did some testing in the last 2 years of our water, and of the testing, we showed very limited to almost no PFAS in our water. Wenatchee water is known as some of the best in the U.S. because the water is out of our 4 wells up at Lincoln Rock State Park, and so. I don't know why it's so clean and good, but it has a very, very low level of PFAS. And so I think, we have to read the tea leaves here and say, well, what more will we have to do? But I think we don't have near the severe problem that probably other agencies throughout the U.S. have.
When we come back, a construction contract for the Triangle Park softball field was approved by the Wenatchee School Board on Tuesday. Leavenworth Summer Theater, the nonprofit performance group that stages The Sound of Music and other productions, no longer has a home at the Leavenworth National Fish Hatchery. Link Transit will host an open house on April 25th to showcase its new maintenance facility and electrification program to members of the community. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents The Magic of Manson.
Spring is here at the Chelan Ridge Winery. Check out the all-new deck area, enjoy an amazing view. new vintage wines, and that down-home hospitality Chelan Ridge is famous for.
Wine Girl Wines is already famous for wine, beer, and great entertainment. And now they have added craft cocktails to the list of food and drink, so pop on by our Manson location for some good old-fashioned fun.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Check out ClubCrowCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
A construction contract for the Triangle Park softball field was approved by the Wenatchee School Board on Tuesday. The contract went to Davenport-based Halmy Builders, which was the most cost-effective contract at $4,130,000. The board set aside $4 million in 2022 to fund the softball field, but Superintendent Corey Callahar said since then, inflation has upped the total cost of that project. The board looked at 3 alternatives equating to additional cost and decided to go without the stadium entryway, which would have cost about $100,000. Callahar stressed the need for the softball field, which was a solution to a Title IX complaint alleging unequal treatment of female and male athletes. Leavenworth Summer Theater, the nonprofit performance group that stages The Sound of Music and other productions, no longer has a home at the Leavenworth National Fish Hatchery. The federal hatchery turned down plans to repair or replace the stage amphitheater 6 years ago. Instead, the stage that's hosted both LST and Salmon Festival productions since 1993 has fallen into disrepair and will be demolished in coming weeks. Leavenworth Summer Theater will stage 2 productions this year instead of its usual 3, The Sound of Music and Beauty and the Beast, both at the Leavenworth Ski Hill Amphitheater. Link Transit will host an open house on April 25th to showcase its new maintenance facility and electrification program to members of the community. Guests will have the opportunity to win fun prizes and speak with members of Link's team about planned service improvements and projects on the horizon. Link CEO Nick Covey said, quote, "This is a fantastic opportunity for residents to see behind the scenes and contribute their ideas for making their transit system even better." The event will be held at 2700 Euclid Avenue on April 25th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Washington State University is hosting a survey contest to pick a name for its newest apple, WA64. The new apple variety has taken over 2 decades to develop and is a hybrid combination of Honeycrisp and Crips Pink, also known as Pink Lady. It features a tart yet sweet flavor with a crisp bite, has useful storage qualities, and has been selected for fresh market sale. The online contest to submit names for WA64 is open until May 5th to adult U.S. residents. 1 name suggestion is allowed per person. You can submit your entry at the web address you see on your screen. Coming up next, we will bring you our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. We will introduce you to Colton the dog. Warmer weather expected for Friday with temperatures in the 70s on Saturday. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Welcome to the Columbia Basin Dispute Resolution Center. We are a local nonprofit serving Grant and Adams counties, helping businesses and people resolve difficult issues so they can move toward a better future. We offer help with workplace disputes, residential issues, family matters, and can train your staff in conflict prevention and resolution skills. Call us at 509-237-8401 to learn more.
Mount Stewart Physical Therapy is all new. New staff, new therapists, and a fabulous new chiropractor. That's right, you do not need to drive to Wenatchee or Kashmir for your care. Come see Dr. Zolman, DC. No referral needed for most insurances. Open your auto and work injury claims with us, or fax your post-op and Medicare therapy prescriptions to us right here in town. We offer covered pelvic floor services. We are premium healthcare for the Upper Valley. Improve your quality of life today. Mount Stewart Integrative Therapy and Chiropractic.
Now is a great time to get an offer you'll love on the Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid. Inventory is here, so bring on the fun. Bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the memories. And get a great offer on a Honda, named the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
It's time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight's featured pet is a 5-month-old hound and cattle dog mix who loves to play. Meet Colton.
Pause for Pets is presented by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Merry Maids, Doghouse Brewery, Leavenworth, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, Animal Care Manager. And this adorable little boy is Colton. Colton is our 5-month-old puppy, and he's a mix of a few things. We're not entirely sure. One of them is definitely adorableness, though. He has these super cute little spots all up his legs, which is actually different than his brothers and sisters. So we think there might be a little bit of cattle dog in there. But Colton came to us with his 4 brothers and sisters. He's very affectionate. About 3 weeks ago as an owner's surrender, and they're just adorable, rambunctious, loving puppies. And we just can't get enough of them. Hi, buddy. Yes. This little guy loves his people so much. He loves his people more than toys, if you can believe that. He gets along great with everybody. He loves our dogs here and our peoples. Yeah, don't you? He's even another one of our office fosters here, which is a little internal program we're doing. And so he's been spending a couple days in some of our staff's offices, just laying around and chilling. Yeah. And they report that he has been Mr. Polite. Well, that's ironic. But they said that he just lays there and chews on his bone, and he's quiet and just really nice boy. We think he's gonna get a little bigger than this because he's got some big paws, but not too big. He's probably gonna be kind of mid-size, like maybe another little up out there, a little more filled out. Yeah, and still cute though. He's also of that young age where if you do have cats, they could very well be absolute best friends. because he's still at that spot where he's learning things and learning, you know, what's fun and what to be polite with. And so if you'd like to come meet Colton, we are open Thursday through Tuesday, 11 till 6. And actually, we have just started allowing people to come in on Wednesdays now too. The only thing we ask is that you make an appointment online. We would love you to come and meet him.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. Pause for Pets is presented by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Mary Maid's Doghouse Brewery Leavenworth, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Thursday was a good one, about like yesterday and pretty much like we've had all week, and that's normal spring weather. Here we're still in mid-April, so yeah, some early spring weather, and we saw that out there today with a lot of high clouds. You can see our camera shaking just a little bit. That's our Stein Hill Sky-Fi Tower camera as we look outside our weather window from this afternoon, and you can see the treetops blowing a little bit. And as I mentioned, those high clouds out there today with pretty much normal temperatures. All right, as we get you into the end of the week, we still expect mostly cloudy skies on Friday as well. Temperatures tomorrow, though, will be a little bit closer to that 65-degree mark. So a slow warm up on Friday. And then on Saturday, I'll tell you what, it is going to be beautiful here. Maybe not so much in eastern Washington where we could see some gusty winds, but we will see mostly sunny skies. And we are going to be flirting with 75 degrees on Saturday. Sunday is when we will see the winds about 20 to 25 miles an hour. And by Monday, it's going to be a lot cooler with a lot more wind too. And we'll talk much more about that coming up into our forecast. Today's high temperature, very consistent with where we should be for this time of year. 60 degrees, and that's normal. 75 is our record high temperature, and that was set back in 2016. We started off the day at 41, 2 degrees above 39, which should be our normal low for this time of year, so right in the ballpark. 29, our record cold, and that was set just a few years ago in 2021. Sunrise this morning, 6:19, and sets tonight at 7:46. All right, let's get you into your Friday temperatures now, and you can see that warm up mid to upper 60s for Ephrata and Moses Lake. Also Quincy at around 67 tomorrow, 65 for Wenatchee, also in Eniat with just a little bit warmer readings up Highway 97. Chelan at 66, Omak 67, Kashmir 64, and Leavenworth a very nice 63 degrees tomorrow. I think we'll see a little bit more sun tomorrow. Tonight, cloudy skies, mostly because of this area of low pressure that's off the Pacific coast. It's throwing clouds our way. Here's the edge of a cold front that'll quickly move through. Could see some breezy conditions tonight. For Friday, partly cloudy skies. It will warm up, as I mentioned. Our area of low pressure slides down into the Great Basin area, and this will continue to bring up that desert warm air into north central Washington as we work our way for Friday. Mid-60s are high. And then for Saturday, look at the clear skies all throughout Washington state. We are going to see much warmer temperatures for Saturday with highs into the low and mid-70s for almost all of us in our forecast area. And then by Sunday, things begin to change a little bit. Low pressure to our east, high pressure to our west, and there's that wind. We're going to see plenty of that kicking up in the afternoon on Sunday. High temperatures still above normal, though, Sunday afternoon into those upper 60s. And by Monday, we are talking a lot of wind. Gusts between 30 and 40 miles an hour possible on Monday. Much cooler, highs only in the mid-50s. Notice our airflow changing back to the northwest, so that'll bring a little bit of that cooler air our way on Monday. For Tuesday, we're going to stay on the cool side with partly cloudy skies, a lot less wind. That's good news for Tuesday. High temperatures, though, below normal into the mid-50s, and then getting you into the end of the forecast on Wednesday, partly cloudy skies, ridge of high pressure trying to build into the northwest. We will warm up just a little bit under fair conditions with highs Wednesday in the upper upper 50s. All right, your 7-day forecast. 45 overnight tonight. Nice one tomorrow. Partly cloudy and 65. But this is the day on Saturday. Sunny skies, hardly any wind out there for Saturday, and 73. And then a lot of wind. Sunday afternoon, we'll see 68 for your high temperature by the end of the weekend. Very windy and much cooler on Monday with high temperatures only in the mid-50s. 55 for Tuesday, and then partly cloudy skies Wednesday with a high then of 58 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Well, a happy Thursday to you. They say better late than never, right? Well, the Mariners finally found their offense in the 10th inning against Toronto yesterday to salvage the final game of a 3-game set. 6-1 the final. Logan Gilbert made one mistake to Vlad Guerrero Jr. in an otherwise brilliant outing, and Cal Raleigh ignited a 5-run 10th inning to give Seattle the victory.
In progress here, 1-2 pitch. That's going to get down, and Dylan Moore in full flight. George Springer, here's the throw. It's cut off. No, it went by the cutoff man. RBI single. J.P. Crawford, 1-0 Mariners. Good 2-strike RBI by J.P. His 5th run batted in.
And this one in the air to left field, and it is way out of here. Deep into the second deck. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has tied the game. 459. That's the 5th longest home run of Guerrero's career. And I mean, on contact, you could see it was gone. He knew it. Just the only question was, where would it land?
And then 0 for 3. Blooper, trouble, Polo, go get it! Yeah! 0 for 2 with a walk. That could do it. Look at this drive. Carey, goodbye! Into the bullpen. Another Cal Raleigh home run here in Toronto. A 2-run shot, and the Mariners have a 3-1 lead.
That is some serious power hitting right-handed.
Oh, what a monster blow that is. Yes, indeed. That's hammered down the line. Base of the fence. Scoring is Canzone. JP will stop at third. RBI double. Ty France. 4-1 Mariners. Up the middle. That's going to work. JP scores. Ty will score. Mitch Haniger ringing a bell. A 2-run single. 6-1 Mariners in the 10th. Runner at second. Guerrero at first. Line drive, Canzone coming over. That's your ball game. Mariners get this win.
Manager Scott Service extolled the virtues of Gilbert's pitching performance and was happy to see the offense click in extra innings.
You're talking about executing pitches and not backing off, staying in controlling counts, all the things that we preach about on the pitching side. He did it today, about as good as you can do it. Obviously made just the one mistake to Vlad, but other than that, I thought it was just an outstanding outing. We couldn't ask for any more. Super efficient, and to get that deep in the game was just awesome to see. He's pitching, he's throwing the ball great, and his struggles that we've had throughout this road trip, to see him step up like that today to end it on a positive note is big for our team. I know it's early in the season, but it's really big for our club, and putting an inning together like that in the 10th inning was great. Big hits, that's what we're capable of doing. But, again, Cal goes up there, not trying to do too much, off Miza. I think just trying to move the runner, hit the ball hard the other way, and he did hit it hard.
Seattle has today off before hosting the Chicago Cubs in the first of a weekend series tomorrow night at 6:40. That'll be on Root Sports Northwest. Well, Texas moved into first place in the American League West with a 6-2 win over Oakland yesterday. The Angels are in second place after a 4-2 loss to Tampa Bay. Seattle sits in third place, 2.5 games back. Houston remains in last place, falling to Kansas City yesterday by a final of 11-2. Well, today is day 4 of voluntary workouts for the Seahawks at the VMAC in Renton. Players are getting an introduction to new head coach Mike McDonald and the rest of the coaching staff. Veteran wide receiver Tyler Lockett says it's strange not seeing Pete Carroll, but hopeful the whole staff hasn't changed.
This is a young cat that you can be able to learn from, and you can be able to understand his mentality, what made them so great out there in Baltimore, what made him pick the coaches to be able to come here to be a part of the team. And also, it's kind of like that thing of, for me, I haven't got to do it, but, when you transfer and you go somewhere else, it's okay, everything is new. The cool part for me is, the familiarity is still the same. The strength and conditioning coaches are the same. The athletic training staff, Mo Kelly, EK, the equipment staff, the third floor. A lot of stuff is still the same. It's just the coaches are kind of new. And so what you got to do is establish a relationship and understand, how do you coach? How do you see the game? This is how I see the game. This is how I play. And now you're just working to recreate that chemistry. So when you go out there, we all are speaking the same language.
Defensive end Uchenna Nwosu missed 11 games last year due to injury. He says he can feel a palpable difference in the building as he entered the VMAC this week.
It just being like a breath of fresh air, the last 2 years are kind of frustrating. Well, not the last 2 years, but maybe last year was kind of frustrating, and sometimes when you get change, it can bring out the best in everybody. I see a lot more smiles on people's faces. People are, they're more happy, they're more energetic, I feel like. And I don't know if that's just because it's the new year, new season, but, or it could be, coaching changes and new opportunity, but everybody is kind of coming along together and, everybody's talking more, everybody's hanging out more, and I feel like it's bringing the locker room closer.
Seattle is also preparing for the upcoming NFL draft on April 25th with the 16th overall selection. Right now, the Seahawks hold 7 total selections in that draft. Well, the Seattle Kraken host their final home game of the season tonight at Climate Pledge Arena. San Jose comes to town for a 7 o'clock puck drop on Root Sports Northwest. After tonight, Seattle's on the road to finish up the season in Dallas, St. Louis, Winnipeg, and Minnesota. A busy prep sports schedule is underway across north central Washington. Cascade has a non-league game against Moses Lake Christian today. We're talking baseball. Lake Roosevelt is hosting Oroville. Manson's visiting Brewster. Bridgeport is at Tonasket. Chelan is hosting Waterville Mansfield. Eastmont girls have a pair of fast-pitch softball games today on the road at Davis. Chelan is hosting Waterville Mansfield. Manson's on the road at Brewster. Lake Roosevelt is hosting Oroville. Bridgeport, meanwhile, is at Tonasket. And prep boys soccer today, Brewster is visiting Oroville. Liberty Bell's hosting Bridgeport. Ephrata plays at Cascade. Cashmere hosting Omak. Chelan visits Quincy. Manson travels to Pateros. Now, a reminder that NCWLIFE channel will broadcast Eastmont Wenatchee soccer tomorrow night. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiesen will have the pregame live on TV, and our Facebook stream at 6:50. 7 o'clock will be the kickoff. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Thursday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around north central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.